Look who else came.
Yep. I came 2
Everyone
hours
came.
for you.
You came for 2 hours?
2 hours.
Wow. Wow. Give me a good sin, dude. These poop sins are not good.
Well, why you buy poop sins?
No, that was a real sin, but these are good sins.
I got some Oregon flavor going.
Oh, these are really good. These are scrumptious.
Huh?
Yummy. That's what they are. They're 8 milligrams. These will smack you hard.
Give me a little bit.
Yeah.
M&M.
There's no time like the present.
Oh, M&M.
Find this guy on the side of the road? Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot, dude. Probably just right when you got off the freeway, huh? He said, go work for beer. I was like, fuck. I guess.
Right. Yeah, and you can pour beer out on me. Maybe stone cold them. That'd be sick.
I'll do a shoey.
Really? I'll do a shoey if I win tonight.
Don't put this on YouTube. You can't get.
No, it's horseshoes. It's no.
What? It's for the reels or what?
No, it's. I mean, it's whatever we say it is. Do
Did
they
I say a bad word?
Oh, dude, I don't say
a bad word. You should probably apologize to the little kids.
Yeah, apologize to Cole right now.
You cannot fucking cuss one time in this.
I swear to God, if you make a single cum joke, dude, you're done.
Yeah. That's the least of my worries.
A cum joke? Well, luckily I'm the guy that edits it. I didn't even download the video.
I told Michael I was going to take your camera and go to the fucking Porta and put my butthole on it, so when you edit it, my butthole's just on the fucking screen.
Riding along.
Another day in paradise.
Another day in paradise.
How you doing?
Pretty good, buddy. How you doing?
Enjoying life.
Yeah.
Racing every weekend. Can't complain.
I know.
Finally got the wings back on too. I'm pumped.
Yeah. Is that a good wing or is that a cheater wing?
That's a good one.
Okay.
Fuck, I wish it was a cheater wing. I debated doing that. I really debated it. It was heavy. I should have. See you, Mike.
Joey B.
Oh, Steve kids are screw chief. Just ask me.
Yeah, used to be a pimp too. Hopefully next weekend I get done at like 9, get home by 11. I can wash, I can maintenance. It's equally as far for me to go home as it is to go to Tulare. I don't pay for diesel.
Tulare anymore.
I don't pay for diesel.
I'm going to Tulare, washing at Tulare, maintenancing at Tulare, racing at Tulare.
I don't pay for diesel.
It must be nice.
It is nice. OPM. Other people's money. So and if I got that, and then I can go to my guy and I can fill up with more diesel before I go to Tulare. And I can fill up, and then I can book it. Like last night, I filled up. Finally got enough diesel in the tank because I just take a little bit every time. And now I have enough to do the whole entire deal for Watsonville and Tulare. And I probably won't even have to go back. I'll just keep on filling up.
This guy got headphones on. He got Max Adams in his head talking to him. Who's speaking in there?
Yo, what's up, Nick?
Dude.
Jack must be lube. Going up.
And I owe my guys a win with the wing on, so we're gonna try our damnedest to make this the first one. Hopefully that's foreshadowing. 4K. Can't complain. It's in your pocket, dude. Let that soak up some heat. I'm sensitive. You know what? Spit in my mouth, dude.
You put your fucking front tires on backward.
You should just put it in like one spot and leave it. I like to swish around.
Oh, those two need to be rebuilt, too.
They do?
Yeah.
It's 2 high speeds. Hey, what's up, buddy? Another day in paradise. Another day, another going. Sweat.
none of them done before.
Yeah.
Do what you're good at.
Hey, I just gave him a solid poke in the chest.
Yeah.
He ate it. He wasn't a bitch like you.
I'm soft.
Obviously.
I don't even know what to say. Why the fuck do I bring him around? You know what? Yeah. Flinch, pussy. I'm your dad. Big Poppy over here.
You notice how I don't even really give a fuck what he just said?
Stupid.
Hey, dude.
Take a poll in the comments. Who's more of a man, me or this pussy? Let's see what the people have to say. I'll even put that on Facebook.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
go watch the Trophy Cup video. We ran the bottom for 20 laps and see who's a man.
Where were you at? On the fence? That's a crazy perspective to have.
I was watching on the fence. Closer to the fence than you were.
Wow. I fucking hate it here. This place sucks. Gone. Fuck, I gotta pee, dude. Cut.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is definitely a place to slide something. 100%.
What? Get in your car.
That's not what you thought?
No, it's too flat up on the top to get hung out, dude.
3 and 4 is.
No.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 have
Way
way more
flat.
bank.
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah, but at the top.
At the very top, you'll get hung out to
Fly
dry.
all the way the fuck around.
You know what?
Put your seatbelts on. Good boy.
Someone's gonna get hit. I hope you're staying up on the fence. I'm gonna roost your bitch ass, dude. Okay, we're good. You getting a close up of my pecker?
You want to see my pecker? See it again? Hey, Heidi! You want to see my pecker? Ah, you want to see my pecker? Oh, you want to see it again?
Stevie's like, oh my god. These guys are feral. Hey, Michael! Mike! Mike! We're qualified! We're right now. Good.
Your best bet might be the bottom for a lap.
That's what I'm thinking. In 3 and 4.
That group just ran the bottom.
Really? Okay. Fuck out of it, dude.
So, like, do what you did,
Yeah.
and then like, when you get to the center, try to, like,
Comment.
just so you can drive straighter on.
Okay.
It's not hanging a little bit. Just
Okay. All right, let's go.
Am I blinking? Hey, are we blinking?
Yeah, you're on?
Yeah?
Yep.
Here we go.
07. Becker went 04.
And this is my fucking fatality right now. On the bottom too.
The ball, dude. I do sick.
That dog.
Cool as fuck. We've known him for so many years, like even before you, me and Max.
Oh, we did that.
Yeah.
Dude, ChatGPT could give you
Turn and get left, right.
Sure.
Remember the bingo hole was open? He's like, I'm going right in here.
We're way back in the back, you know, checking all the campsites. We're like, wasting time. We come around.
Those smell refreshing.
They are. It lasts for like 6 hours. Like, come on. I just chew it a little bit.
I'm a pussy, dude. Then I'll spit. I like to put it in
No,
dry.
I chew it to get it nice and flat. Then I put it in. It burns for a little bit.
It's good. They gotta burn. That's how you know they work.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Good, buddy. It's massive.
Looks a lot better than it did before. Fuck. Dude, if it gets fucking pushed up, oh my god, I'm gonna get a chubby. It might be fucking sick. Fuck yes. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go.
Just get that grease out of here, dude. That was the gayest shit ever.
It didn't work out too bad for you.
Nah, Joey asked me, he's like, what'd you do? And I said, I ran where my heart desired, dude. I just bombed it the fuck in there, and wherever my heart took me, that's where it
I
went.
felt like that's everyone that did that kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Honestly. Just full send that bitch down here and if it fucking stuck, it's stuck.
Exactly. 1 and 2, just rip the top, I
Yeah.
guess. That's all you really could do.
On the first start, Justin beat DJ on the bottom, on the initial start. The second one, DJ beat him and chopped him around the bottom. Justin circled him, but it was like it was pretty close.
So where are they running 1 and 2?
At the top.
Okay, all the way around?
But I don't know how much slicker it's going to get.
Okay.
So I would do the same thing. If you can get up there,
Blast it and go.
and then who's on the outside of you?
Becker.
Who?
Becker.
So if you can beat him, if you don't beat him, I wouldn't slide him because he's not going to fucking hammer it. So if you don't beat him, just run the bottom.
The bottom's good enough to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Over there, not over here.
Okay. Alright, fuck yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Heat race number 2 at Antioch Speedway. We start P1 next to Sean the Shark Becker. We noticed where the grip was on the start, so we tried to get ourselves up in there and just kind of push Sean up into a shitty spot. It wasn't actually a bad spot because we were both in the grip, but as you guys heard me talking to Michael before, I didn't really know how to play the start, but I knew where I wanted to run. And I just tried to execute it, and luckily under the pace laps I got a glimpse of the curb coming off of 2 and whack, I hit it, and I was like, okay, this is where we need to be. Car was a little loose on entry, so I just pulled the wing back, but it kind of inhibited me on the entry to 3 because there was just so much grip, and the curb was also pretty mighty in 3 and 4, and it was just on exit of 1 and 2. So I kind of started to drive it harder and harder and harder into 3 because I knew that I got my wing back and it kind of was ripping. But 1 and 2, the car felt really prime. I could get the car bent, posture was right, and we'd just barely be kissing the wall right off there off of exit because if you weren't kissing the wall, you were just losing speed and you had nothing to really propel you forward because under the yellows, I was also roosting my tires up on the fence right about here. I was roosting my tires to see how much grip there really was off of exit, and there was none. There was just nothing to be had, so you pretty much had to smack the wall in order to keep on driving. But one thing that was really weird about this track was that Michael told me that they were running the top, but when I went out there, the marbles were all over the top. So that means people were running the bottom, but I didn't know if it was just the guys behind Justin that were running the bottom and Justin was pounding the top. I know Justin likes to pound the top, and I knew Justin won that heat race by the way that my radio was called. So I was thinking, I don't know. It was interesting. So I just went with my gut and I ran the bottom on the initial warm-up lap, and it didn't really have the stick that I thought it was going to have. So I just kind of went with my gut, and wherever my car took me, like you guys heard me saying about qualifying, that's where I was going to run. And that's where it took me. And then after the green flag, I tried the bottom again, and it really wasn't it. The only thing that was good about the bottom was the backstretch grip, and you could just propel yourself super far forward into 3. But I felt like we really put together a phenomenal heat race, and that secured us a dash spot. And we started P4 in the dash right here, which was really good. And I noticed in the dash that there was grip 4 above it. So I was like, screw it. There's no NARC rule for starting 4 above it or being out of line. So let's do it and get the cross down. And boom, that was an excellent start. But now you guys really get to see and showcase just how dusty the track is and how hard it is to smack that curb and kind of run where you want to run, because it's really hard to notice and just pay attention to where your car needs to be when you're running in dirty air. There's not really dirty air in wing cars on these small tracks, but there is. And the dirty air is more the fact that, like, I can't see where the curb is because Bud's blasting it and there's dust going everywhere. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but once you kind of execute it one lap, you can kind of tell where the track is. So I would just pay attention to Bud, and I'm like, okay, I smacked it right there. And okay, so now I kind of have a wherewithal of where I need to be. But now we know we're in 3rd, so I'm going to try 4 above it. Tried 4 above it, knew just from the feeling in my ass that was not it. There was not as much grip as there as I initially thought, but 1 and 2 was pretty basic. You were just smacking the curb off of exit and kind of just maintaining the rest of the course. And then same for 3 and 4. It was just kind of momentum. Get the wing back, try and rotate it a little bit, and just execute your laps. The guys were really pulling away from me, and I felt like that's because my car I didn't have... Looking back on it, you guys will hear, I had right rear stick, but I think it was more of a skatey thing. My rear tires weren't in the track, and I was skating and sliding and just didn't have overall grip like I really think we should have. And there's a couple of things that I made a couple of phone calls, and I definitely know what we could have done to do it better. And Michael and I, we put our heads together, and now we got Watsonville and Tulare. And I feel like those are 2 tracks. Watsonville, we can do the things that we learned from here and apply those to Watsonville because it's another small track. And yeah, I got a lot of amazing people in my back pocket for small, slick bull rings, and I'm very thankful for that.
What'd you do?
Huh?
What'd you do?
Put the half in the left front.
Okay.
You were blocked at 4 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay, put the half in the left front. The half in the left rear, I took 3 clicks out of the left front shock.
I felt like I had so much right rear drive.
Okay. In a bad way?
No, like I got all the right rear stick, but now the left rear's just not keeping up with it. It's fucking ice out there.
Wheels are gonna get hot.
Tires are gonna get hot. So we could cut stagger.
We can cut a fuck ton of stagger.
He's already chewed up.
Is it gonna get curved up hard again?
It's already curved up hard, but I don't think so in 3 and 4. And above it's not good either. I tried going above it and that wasn't it.
Okay, when you say right rear stick, like
my right rear's just driving harder than my left rear.
okay.
Because of the left front. How far in's the right rear? 18. Yeah. We could fucking put on a 94 and let that fucker bang at like 17.
Yeah. So I didn't early because
raise the nose
up over there big, so I didn't want it to like plug you more than it already was. So okay.
Big wicker.
30 or 24 hours.
Can we put the big wicker on?
Or an inch and a half, right?
Inch and a half. I think a smaller 94.
We're gonna go to a big one.
Not much grip on it.
What size is that one? What's the next one? 3 1/4?
That was 94. That puts at 12, which I think that's probably the money move. Honestly. Just put. Yeah, I think we need the biggest left rear possible. And then raise the nose and put the fucking half turn in the left front. Like keep the left front positive. I I softened up my right.
You want that, Michael? You want the 93.5?
I think the 94.
Yeah, probably not that far.
Which one is that? New one? Or the
This one that's unmounted. Fucking dismount the 92 and put it back on.
Well, I wouldn't dismount that. I'd dismount that one if it's worn out. See that getting jump? Getting there?
Yeah, but we're going to Watsonville.
No, look at it, Taylor.
Alrighty, it's main event time. This is what you guys were all waiting for. Starting P3, I knew that I had to get good posture and roll down the hill. I noticed where the grip was on the start, and I just tried to execute the grip as much as possible. But starting on the top was definitely the move, and Bud got the better of the start, and DJ definitely ripped the grip down the back stretch, and I should have noticed that because I kind of was, I don't know, I was guessing a lot on this racetrack. My car felt pretty good. I felt like I was definitely a podium car in the end of the race, just with how lap traffic was playing out. I was guessing a lot in the beginning and guessing a lot in the beginning of the race, and then when I went to the back, I found my footing, and yeah, it just wasn't a beautifully executed race. Things that I think I could have done better was I probably could have pulled the wing back a lot more to rip the top and kind of slid up into it more and smack the top. But like I said earlier in the dash, it's really hard to do those types of things whenever you're doing that behind like DJ and stuff like that because you don't know where the wall's at. You're following people's dust, and it's just not the easiest thing in the world to do. And I'm just trying to maintain. I'm really focusing on being patient right now, breathing and executing laps, whereas DJ doesn't have to fix his race car. And like, I got to fix my race car this week, and it sucks, but like, that's the name of the game. Am I still going to drive hard? Absolutely. But it's just, I'm trying to work on being patient because I know I can win these races. I know I have a good enough car to put me in winning positions, but there's only one lap that matters, and that's lap 30. So I'm really trying to find the footing in my car and just understand it and use my shock, use my wing, just try and get the car the best for the last 10 laps where I can really execute laps and hammer it in lap traffic or a late race restart, because it's either going to be one of those two things. You're either going to have a late race restart or you're going to have lap traffic. It's going to always come down to one of those two things at the end of a race. I mean, you might get lucky and it might be a 7-lap dash at the very end, but like that's a late race restart. If you're under 10 laps to go, that's a late race restart. It's hammer time at that point, just like Santa Maria last weekend. But same thing. So actually now looking forward, I noticed that DJ and Bud are moving around the track pretty heavy. So now, just as I say that, I'm going to try and move around the track. But I wasn't moving around the appropriate amount or in the appropriate areas. Like, so Sean just manipulated my corner right there, and it made me chop off my corner wrench a little too much, where I should have entered up in the banking and kind of came down into the backstretch grip. I wish I really had a caution right here when I was still in P3, because then I could have really noticed it. So I tried sliding up to the grip, and that definitely wasn't it. And then I'm still doing the same thing. I'm moving around the track. I notice it in 3 and 4 right here, like that. It doesn't feel good in my ass, but it doesn't feel bad. The whole entire track's slick, so nothing feels good when it's this slick. So now I'm trying to roll the bottom, and that definitely wasn't it. And I noticed that Sean just sucked my stickers off. So we try and throw a bomb and just see if we can sneak back around him. That was a little close for comfort. Sorry, Sean, but I had to get back in front of you. And I should have paid more attention to where Sean was running on the track right here, because he was sliding up into it and then also coming back down the banking. And I imagine he was probably easy on the gas on entry and just doing things a little bit different. But when you're in these KWS races, that just is kind of what happens, and you're guessing. And I just feel like I made all the wrong guesses in these situations. And yeah, I wish I could have a do-over in this race, but that's not really how it happens. I feel like my car was good, I was good, and the car definitely could have been a little bit better, but hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. So like right there, I feel like that was a lot better of a line, and now I'm starting to reel the guys in. But then I go back up into the top in 3 and 4, and I definitely don't think that was a move right there. I think running the bottom and probably trying to drive it in as deep as I could and hit the front stretch grip and then drive on the front stretch grip, because the grip was just so immense on both straightaways. If I would have had a caution right here, I could have noticed that, but that's just not the circumstances that were dealt. But looking back on it on the GoPro, that's just how it is. And now here's the moment you guys have all been waiting for, and this is what I'm going to talk about right now. Is yes, TK and I got involved a little bit. We had a little bit of a tussle. At the end of the day, it's racing. Did TK hit me? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Did he slide up into me? Yeah. Was I coming down the track? Yeah. Did our lines meet? Yeah. That's racing. But as for my little fit right here. Personally, we're racing, and I'm racing for money, and Tim's racing for money, and we're also ego racing. We're trying to race for position. There's so many things. My blood pressure's through the roof. My heart's pounding 160 times per minute. I'm juiced up. I'm trying to be amped up. I swerved at Tim. I started this, but Tim also engaged in it back with me, and then I'm going to end it because I'm not going to let someone just bully me on the racetrack. But at the end of the day, looking back on this situation, I apologized to Tim. I went up to him and said, hey, I did not handle this situation well at all. Once I let Tim go away right here, I understood. I was like, hey, you know what, dude, what am I going to do? I got to go to the back at this point. If NARC would have black flagged me, I would have just accepted it because not that I calmed down, because I was definitely on a tear in the later stages of the race, and I wanted to get back up there and be up in the front and be back in the hunt and just pass TK. But looking back on it, I mean, I apologized to Tim and I told him, dude, it's racing, and I was just amped up. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and it gets the best of me. I'm only human, and I make mistakes too, and that's not how I want to carry myself around the racetrack. But I mean, I only learned by making mistakes like this. I feel like we're all human, and we all make mistakes, and we're all going to do things whenever our blood pressure and beats per minute is through the roof and adrenaline's coursing through your veins. I mean, you're wheeling a fucking sprint car at the end of the day, guys. Like, that, it's just how it is, and I don't like how I handled that situation. I could have handled it a lot better. I could have had my emotions in check and just been calm, went to the back and just handled it and dealt with it and kind of focused on breathing. But I didn't. I'm human. But I literally understood it before the race was even over, and I went and apologized to Tim, and Tim and I handled it. And I told him the same things that I'm telling you guys right now. It's how it is. I was juiced up. That's not how I like to carry myself, but that is how I carried myself in this main event. And I definitely learned from it. I feel like in the past, I would have still been pissed off about it right now talking to you guys, and I probably would have motherfucked him. But I'm not, because I don't think that's the best way to handle these situations. And yeah, I had a talk with Jim Allen and NARC, and I'm on probation for the rest of the year. If I make another slip up like that, that's not going to happen. I don't know what the consequences will be, but I'm not going to put myself in that situation. I want to focus on winning these races. I want to put my best foot forward for all these races, and that's not how I want to represent NARC either. This is a fine racing establishment, and I'm very honored and privileged to get to race this series and race with the 410s, the best of the best in California, and I want to compete with the best of the best. But when stuff like that happens and racing incidences happen and you get tangled up with someone, it happens. We let our emotions get the best of us, but I want to be in control of my emotions from here on out. And yeah, I feel like that's all I really got to say. I'm just rambling at this point, but thank you guys so much for watching. My GoPro is all overheated, so we don't get to see the flip, but yeah, I flipped my dick off. I don't feel too yummy right now. My head didn't feel very bueno on the drive home. My ankles are a little beat up because my legs slammed from side to side in the dick pit, but I'm okay. I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to reconquer. I'm going to get some people together and get my car fixed. And I'm extremely thankful and grateful for everyone who's helped me along this journey. And we're going to be at Watsonville and Tulare this upcoming weekend. And the past is behind us, but Pombo and I, we're just going to focus on winning these races and putting ourselves in the best position as possible. And yeah, I think that's a beautiful outlook to have on it. And that's just where I'm going to put my focus. And I'm sorry to Tim, sorry to the Zero team for letting my emotions get the best of me. Sorry to Flo, sorry to Jim for putting him in this situation of making these tough calls. And yeah, it's just not how I want to carry myself. But thank you guys so much for watching. I don't really care what you guys think about it or how you view it. I did it. I'm going to own what I did. And yeah, we'll be back at it again next weekend. Come buy a shirt.
Assembly on it?
Full assembly.
We want to strap the wheel, strap the axle. So you're not going to get stuck. The shock stuck.
No, but we can get a stop on it and just keep the stop.
Okay, watch. It's going to hop.
Yeah, then do whatever you think. I'll fucking take off that part.
Just tie it up real good. No, just put the ladder and shit. Oh, wait, yeah, who's got Sawzall? Huh? Put that bumper off. See that one? Christmas present.
All right, I gotta get out of here before
TK was like, I want to punch you in the fucking
wanna get
mouth.
to work?
He's like, I get it. He's like, I wanted to punch you in the fucking mouth, but he's like, I get it.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
well,
that.
the week before, he almost got it.
Yeah, then you tell him, well, I wanted to punch you in the
For the
fucking
same
mouth, too.
kind of
Well, I was like, dude, I was hot. And he's like, yeah, I was hot too.
That turn two shit throwing the tire at you.
Yeah.
That's what
It's racing.
because it didn't move, I've seen it do regularly.
You got those cutters?
I think we can luck out and get it off.
Yeah. That sucking shit on your nose.
Really?
No,
Who?
man.
Who's he talking shit to?
Joe French and
That's sick.
Hey, we're